Hello, I'm Oluwatokemi Jabi, and I am a German tutor. Now, I know you might be wondering, German, why German? But if you're viewing this video, it's a probability that you want to learn German or you just came across the video, whichever ways. But I want to tell you that there are lots of opportunities that are embedded in learning German language. So, either for school, for family reunion, and all, it's a very important language. So, that aside, I am going to be taking you through German classes from the beginning. And you're lucky, this is my first video. Yes, and we're going to be using this form of recording so I can take you directly through my German slide. So, we're going to start with the A1 level, and that is the beginner's level. We have 6 levels, or yes, 6 levels when it comes to language learning, any kind of language. We have A1, that's beginners, A2, that's advanced beginners, B1, that's intermediate, B2, high intermediate, C1, advanced, and C2, it's more like, professional, like a Muttersprache. Sorry, I'm already speaking German, like those native speakers. That's what I was trying to say. So this is the basic. So we're going to start from A1. Now, the very first thing we're going to be learning is how to introduce yourself in German. Why are we learning how to introduce ourselves in German first? Why are we not learning ABC, or 1, 2, 3? Now, the thing is, when you tell someone that, oh, I'm learning this language, most likely they won't say, oh, yeah, read 1, 2, 3 for me, or, oh, yeah, tell me ABC. It's funny, but they wouldn't say that. They might actually say, greet me. Okay, say something in the language. Oh, yeah, introduce yourself or no. And if you meet a native speaker or a German speaker per se, the first thing you want to do is introduce yourself in the language. You want to say, okay, wait, let me read the alphabet or let me read the numbers for you. No. So that is why we're starting with self-introduction. So come along, let's learn this together. So this is my site. This is my slide. And it's, as you can see, it's the A1 German slide. So let's go over it together. Now, this are like different topics that we would touch, but it might expand, it might, I might add some to it, we might do a whole lot of other things. But we're going to start with self-introduction. Now, take note, some of the alphabets used in this slide are not like the correct, some words are not spelled correctly. Why, if you may ask? I typed this slide using a German keyboard, using an English keyboard, an English keyboard. And the German keyboard is slightly different from the English keyboard because they have alphabets that are slightly different from that of the English alphabet. We call them the traditional alphabet. But don't worry, you get to see them and make corrections. By the time we make use of textbooks or other materials, you would come across the proper alphabet to use. Sometimes in some German textbook, you might even find it spelled this way because probably they did not use the German alphabet keyboard when they were typing too. So let's start. Self-introduction in German is called sich vorstellen. Sich vorstellen. Say after me, or you can read my lips. Sich vorstellen. Now say that. Good. Okay, so that's what we call self-introduction. So someone might tell you, oh, bitte stellen Sie sich vor, or something like it means please introduce yourself. So let's start with name. I know you would see, now the thing is, German and English have lots of cognates. That's why it's easy for you to learn German. Yes, because they have lots of cognates. I know you hear, oh, German is hard. He's in. I mean, look at some of these words. They're spelled exactly the same way, but they are not pronounced the same way. So take note of your pronunciation. So here we have Name, name. It spells the same way, but pronounced differently. This is pronounced Name, Name. Yes, say that again. Name. Good, good. That is very good. So there are different ways you can say your name, just like in English. You can say, oh, my name is Toke, or you can say, I am Toke, or you can say, I am called Toke. That's the same way you can say your name in German. So if you want to say, my name is Toke, you say, my Name ist Oluwatoke. But I'm sure your name is not okay. So you can fix in your name when you're trying to pronounce it. My name ist Oluwatoke. Or ich heiße Oluwatoke. Or ich bin Oluwatoke. That's why you have this dots here so that you can fix in your name. So feel free to repeat it again. My name ist Oluwatoke. Oder ich heiße Oluwatoke. Ich bin Oluwatoke. So please put in your name so you get used to it. Now the next one is outer. Outer. Age. Age. Now you have not been taught I assume you haven't been taught the German numbers. So feel free to put in say the numbers in English. But when I teach you the German numbers, you'll be able to say your age using the German numbers. For example, this ought to be, ich bin 26 Jahre alt. 26 Jahre alt. But if you want to fix in your age, you can just say, ich bin 26 Jahre alt. It's not Jahre. The J, it's J in German. So it's pronounced Jahre. Ich bin 26 Jahre alt. If you're 26. So you can say that. And this means I am 26 years old. That's what this means. And if you want to talk about the day you were born, maybe you want to be more specific, you can say, ich bin am 20 Mai, so and so, geboren. That's the year. For example, now I can say, ich bin am 20 Mai 1999 geboren. That means I was born on the 20th of May 1999. But here you can just say ich bin am so and so geboren. So you can fix in your days, your day, like the day you were born or the month or any other thing like that. But when you learn numbers, when you learn the months of the year, you're going to learn the proper, thing to say. Like this May written here, it means May. May. Okay, so let's move to the next one. Geburtstag. Geburtstag is place of birth. When you see Geburt something, maybe Geburtstag, Geburtsdatum, it has to do with your birth. So this means place of birth. You can say ich bin in Lagos geboren. That's for me. So you can say where you were born. Maybe ich bin in Oshun geboren, ich bin in Ghana geboren, wherever you were born. So, ich bin, I'll take it again slowly. So read my lips. Ich bin in Lagos geboren. Ich bin in Lagos geboren. That's how to say ich bin. It's not really ish, but you are still permitted as a beginner to still say ish, but it's ich. Now we have Wohnort. Wohnort means place of residence. Place of residence. So I'm sure that you can tell now that Ort or RT means place. So Wohnort, place of residence. Ich wohne in Uyo. Now the W is pronounced v in German. So that's why it's ich wohne. Ich wohne in Uyo. So don't say ich wohne. No, it's not wohne. It's ich wohne in Uyo. Now we have Herkunft. Herkunft means origin. Herkunft means origin. where you are from, like where you are, you're from, your origin. That's why it's called Herkunft. So you can say, call me, ich komme aus Nigeria. Ich komme aus Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria, so I say ich komme aus Nigeria. If you are from Germany, you can say ich komme aus Deutschland. If you're from Spain, you can say ich komme aus Spanien, and so on and so forth. Or you can even pronounce it the way you want to. You can say, oh, ich komme aus Nigeria. Fine. It's your country. You can decide to call it the exact name it's called. Do you understand? And not the way it's called in German. Ich komme aus Nigeria. Ich komme aus Nigeria. Then let's look at Beruf. Beruf means occupation. Beruf means occupation. So today, for this slide, I already personalized the slide for it, for someone. So that's why you see this there. But you can learn more about the German occupation, which I'm still going to talk about in subsequent videos. So you will know how to say your occupation in German. Now for this, we have Ich bin Unternehmer von Beruf. That means I'm an entrepreneur by profession, but I'm a lady. So I can't say Unternehmer is going to be in a feminine way. That's what I'm going to say. For example, if I want to say Ich bin Lehrer, like I'm a teacher, I would say Ich bin Lehrerin because I'm female. I cannot say Ich bin Lehrer. You're going to learn all of that, but let's just focus on this slide. Ich bin Unternehmer von Beruf. That means I'm an entrepreneur by profession. Or you can say Ich arbeite als Unternehmer. I work as an entrepreneur. So it depends. So those are the two ways to say what you do. If you're a hairdresser, if you're a female hairdresser, you can say Ich bin Friseurin von Beruf. I'm an hairdresser by profession. Or if you are a male hairdresser, you can say Ich bin Friseur von Beruf. So you can see that there is that discrepancy. They have male and female because German is a gender-sensitive language. If you are a student, you can say Ich bin Student. So being a student is not a profession. So don't bother saying von Beruf or Ich arbeite als, oh, I work as a student. No, that's wrong. So you can just say Ich bin Student if you're a guy. And if you're a female, you say Ich bin Studentin. So let's look at your marital status. Familienstand. Familienstand. Familienstand means marital status. That's what it means. So they are different, they have different, when it comes to marriage or, relationship and all, it's like culture-based something. So in Germany, they have different, ways they categorize, or if you're divorced, you can say this and all. They have patchwork families and all. But we're going to look at these three basic ways to, these are like the common marital status. So we have Ich bin Single. Ich bin single. This means I am single. You say this if you are single. And in German, they say when you say Ich bin single, it means you do not have a boyfriend, you don't have a girlfriend, you are totally unmarried, you are alone. That's when you say Ich bin single. Then the next one is Ich bin nicht verheiratet. Look at my lips. Ich bin nicht verheiratet. Ich bin nicht verheiratet. That means I am not married. So you can say this if you have a fiancé or you have a living partner, but you're not legally married. So you can say Ich bin nicht verheiratet. Then you can, or if you're married, you can say Ich bin verheiratet. So V is pronounced like F. It gives you that light sound. So it's Ich bin verheiratet. Then we have Sprachen. Sprachen means languages. Oh, I love languages. Sprachen means languages. That's plural. If it's just one language, it's Sprache without the N. So Sprachen means languages. Now, if you want to talk about the languages you speak, you can say Ich spreche. It means I speak. Ich spreche. Ich spreche English, Igbo, und ein bisschen Deutsch. I speak English, Igbo, and a little bit of German. That's what that means. For me, I would say ich spreche English, Yoruba, Französisch, that's French, und Deutsch. I speak Deutsch. So I would say I speak English, Yoruba, French, and German. I'll take that again. Ich spreche English, Yoruba, und Deutsch. I speak English, Yoruba, and German. Now, Deutsch means German. So German is called Deutsch. In Germany, they really don't call it German. It's Deutsch. So even Germany is called Deutschland. So that's what it means. So if you tell somebody, oh, I'm learning Deutsch or I'm learning German, you are saying the same thing. Deutsch, not Dutch, Deutsch. Yes. So let's look at hobbies. So you can have one hobby and you can have lots of hobbies. So we say hobby if you have just one hobby, and hobbies with S, not like the way it's spelled in English, with S, hobbies, to mean, to talk about different hobbies. So if you have just one hobby, for example, if your hobby is watching football, you can say, mein Hobby ist Fußball sehen. Mein Hobby ist Fußball sehen. Fußball sehen. Watching football. But if you have more than one hobby, you want to talk about more than one, you say, meine Hobbys sind Kochen und Fußball sehen. This one means my hobbies are cooking and watching football. Obviously, I don't like to watch football. Those are not my hobbies. It's just for the slide. But I will tell you my hobbies now. Meine Hobbys sind Kochen, Lesen und Tanzen. My hobbies are cooking, reading, and dancing. So that's what it is. So you can learn more about, hobbies in subsequent videos where we'll be talking about dancing, how to say I like dancing, singing, and all of that. Now let's look at the last word, telephone number. Telephone number. That means telephone number. It's important that you know how to say your telephone number. But for the sake of this class where you haven't been taught numbers, I would just read out the numbers first in German, then I'll read it in English. So, but you know how to say meine Telefonnummer ist. My telephone number is. Meine Telefonnummer ist. Or you can just say meine Nummer, my number. Meine Nummer ist. So I'll read this. This is actually my number, and I'm going to read it out in German. Meine Telefonnummer ist 070 67 05 06 96 070 67 05 06 96. That is my telephone number. So you can say meine Telefonnummer ist. You're still permitted to say in English since you haven't been taught numbers. So that is how to introduce yourself in German. So I'm going to read everything again from the beginning. And I hope that you would be able to pronounce it once I'm done. So let's look at it. Mein Name ist Oluwatoke, or ich heiße Oluwatoke, or ich bin Oluwatoke. Ich bin 26 Jahre alt. Ich bin 26 Jahre alt. Ich bin am 20. Mai 2000 geboren. Ich bin am 20. Mai 2000 geboren. I was born on the 20th of May 2000. Ich bin in Lagos geboren. I was born in Lagos. Ich wohne in Uyo. I live in Uyo. Ich komme aus Nigeria. I come from Nigeria. Ich bin Unternehmer von Beruf. I am an entrepreneur by profession. Ich arbeite als Unternehmer. I work as an entrepreneur. Or you can simply just say, I am an entrepreneur. Ich bin Unternehmer. Ich bin single. I am single. Ich bin nicht verheiratet. I am not married. Ich bin nicht verheiratet. I am not married. Or ich bin verheiratet. I am married. Ich spreche Englisch, Igbo und ein bisschen Deutsch. I speak English, Igbo, and a little bit of German. Mein Hobby ist Fußball spielen. Oh, sorry. Mein Hobby ist Fußball sehen. That means my hobby is watching football. Or you say, meine Hobbys sind Kochen und Fußball spielen. My hobbies are cooking and watching football. Meine Telefonnummer ist, my telephone number is 07067050696 07067050696. I really do hope that you practice this over and over again, and you can watch the video over and over again until you feel like your pronunciation is okay. And you can always send me a recording, perhaps a voice note of you practicing this. Then I will tell you how well you're doing. Thank you. And I want you to watch out for subsequent videos because we would be doing more of this. So you can start up your German journey with me. Thank you. And choose. So choose means bye. We're going to be learning greetings in the next video. So I hope you watch out for the next video.